Hey, you're awake. Finally, I was starting to worry, just a little bit. No, don't try to sit up yet. Your body needs more rest than that. Just stay right there. Let me adjust your pillow for you. There, that's better, isn't it? You've been sleeping for almost 14 hours, which is good. You needed it. Your body was practically begging for rest when I brought you here. Here? Oh, you're probably wondering where here is, aren't you? This is my home. Well, our home now, technically, but we can talk about that in a minute. First, let me just look at you for a second. Your color is so much better than it was yesterday. You were so pale, almost gray. It worried me. Kept me up most of the night just watching you breathe. But now you look peaceful, rested, like you're finally getting what you needed, what you deserved. I know you probably have questions, a lot of questions, and I promise I'll answer all of them. But first, let me check your vitals. I need to make sure everything is stable. Your pulse. There we go. Fingers on your wrist. Can you feel that? My fingertips against your skin. Your heartbeat is strong, steady, a little elevated, but that's normal for someone who just woke up in an unfamiliar place. 68 beats per minute. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You have such a good heart. Do you know that? I could listen to it all day. In fact, I have been, on and off, while you were sleeping, just to make sure, just to be certain you were okay. I even brought my stethoscope home from the hospital. Technically, I wasn't supposed to do that, but, well, I've broken a lot of rules for you already. What's one more? Now, your temperature. Open your mouth for me, just a little bit. That's it. This is a good thermometer, medical grade. I made sure to bring all the best equipment, nothing but the best for you. We'll just wait a few seconds. You're being so good for me, so cooperative, even though I know you must be confused. Most people would be panicking by now, thrashing around, demanding to know what's going on. But you're just lying there, watching me with those eyes. Those beautiful eyes I've memorized every shade of. Oh, there we go. 98.4. Absolutely normal. See? I told you you'd be fine with me. You're recovering beautifully. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, where am I exactly? And how did I get here? And why is my nurse from the hospital suddenly checking my vitals in what appears to be her bedroom? Am I close? It's okay. You can think those things. They're valid questions. Let me explain. You were discharged from the hospital yesterday afternoon, against my recommendation, against my very strong recommendation. But the attending physician signed off on it anyway. You remember that, don't you? You insisted you were fine, that you needed to get back to work, that you couldn't afford to take more time off. I tried to tell you, tried to explain that your body needed more rest, that you were pushing yourself too hard, that leaving so soon was dangerous. But you wouldn't listen. Nobody ever listens to the nurses. They listen to the doctors. They listen to their bosses. They listen to everyone except the people who actually spend time with them, who actually see them, really see them. So, I followed you. Not in a creepy way. Well, maybe it was a little creepy, but I prefer to think of it as concerned, professionally concerned. I watched you leave the hospital, watched you get into your car even though you were clearly too weak to drive. Watched you sit there in the parking lot for almost 10 minutes with your head against the steering wheel. And I thought, he's going to hurt himself. He's going to try to go back to whatever exhausting life he was living, and he's going to end up right back here in worse condition. Or worse, he won't make it back at all. So I made a decision. A difficult decision, but the right one. I waited until you finally started your car, followed at a safe distance, watched as you pulled over twice because you were too dizzy to keep driving. You should never have been behind that wheel. You know that, don't you? And then, at the second stop, when you got out of the car to get some air, when you were leaning against the door looking like you might collapse any second, I pulled up behind you, got out, came over to check on you. You remember that part, right? You looked so relieved to see a familiar face, someone medical, someone who could help. And I did help. I helped you into my car, told you I'd drive you home, that your car would be fine where it was, that we could arrange to get it later. You trusted me. Because you should trust me. I'm the only one who's ever really taken care of you. But I didn't take you home, to your home. I brought you here, to mine. I know that sounds bad. I know technically, legally, this could be considered kidnapping or unlawful detention or a dozen other terms that make it sound so much worse than it actually is. But I prefer to think of it as emergency intervention, life-saving medical care provided in a non-traditional setting. You needed help, real help. The kind that goes beyond a 3-day hospital stay and a prescription you'd probably forget to fill. You needed someone to make you rest, to make you eat properly, to make you take care of yourself for once in your life. And that someone is me. I gave you something to help you sleep, just a mild sedative, completely safe. I calculated the dosage based on your weight and medical history. Yes, I have your complete medical history. I'm a nurse. I have access to those things. And I've read yours so many times, I have it memorized. Every medication you've ever been prescribed, every surgery, every emergency room visit, every time you checked yourself out against medical advice, which has happened 4 times in the past 2 years. Did you know that? 4 times you've left a hospital or urgent care before you were fully healed. That's a pattern, a dangerous pattern. And someone needed to intervene. So I did. You slept peacefully through the whole night. I set you up in here, in my bedroom, in my bed, because it's the most comfortable place in the apartment. I took the couch. Don't worry. I wanted you to have the best. And I've been monitoring you constantly, checking your breathing, your heart rate, your temperature, making sure the sedative didn't cause any adverse reactions. Not that it would. I'm very good at my job. Meticulous. Careful. Some of the other nurses at the hospital think I'm too careful, too invested in my patients. But they don't understand. They can't understand what it means to really care. I first noticed you 3 weeks ago when you came into the ER with that panic attack you insisted was a heart attack. Do you remember me from that day? I was the one who held your hand while we ran the tests, who told you to breathe slowly, who stayed with you even after the doctor confirmed it was anxiety. You looked so scared, so vulnerable, so completely overwhelmed by everything. And something in me just clicked. I wanted to help you, needed to help you, in a way I'd never felt before. After you were discharged that night, I couldn't stop thinking about you. I'd lie awake wondering if you were okay, if you were taking care of yourself, if anyone was checking on you. And then, a week later, you were back. Dehydration and exhaustion this time. You'd passed out at work. Your coworkers brought you in. I wasn't assigned to you that time. I was in a different section. But I checked on you anyway, made excuses to walk past your room, to read your chart when no one was looking. I saw the notes. Patient reports working 70-hour weeks, minimal sleep, skipping meals, high-stress environment. And I thought, someone needs to save this person from themselves. Someone needs to make them stop. The third time you came in, 2 weeks ago, that's when I requested to be your primary nurse. Told my supervisor I'd built a rapport with you, that I could provide better continuity of care. She approved it, and I got to spend 12 hours taking care of you, talking to you, learning everything about you. You told me about your job, how demanding it was, how you felt like you couldn't say no to anything, how you were afraid of disappointing people. You told me you didn't have family nearby, that your friends were mostly work friends who were just as busy as you. You told me you couldn't remember the last time someone asked how you were doing and actually waited for a real answer. And I thought, I'll be that person. I'll be the one who asks, who listens, who cares. But then you left again, as soon as you were stable, rushed back to that terrible job that was killing you, and I felt like I'd failed, like I'd let you walk out of my care and back into danger. So when you came in yesterday, the 4th time, looking even worse than before, I knew I couldn't let it happen again. I couldn't watch you leave, knowing you'd be back in a week. Or worse, knowing you might not make it back at all. I had to do something drastic. So I did. And now you're here, safe, with me, where you should have been all along. I can see it in your eyes. You're processing this, trying to decide if you should be afraid. And maybe you should be, just a little. Because I'm not going to let you leave. Not yet. Not until you're fully recovered, fully rested, fully healed. Not until I'm certain you're ready. I know that probably sounds scary, controlling, obsessive, but think about it logically. Where would you go if I let you leave right now? Back to your apartment where you'd immediately start answering work emails and planning your return to the office. Back to that life that's been slowly destroying you for months. No, you're safer here, with someone who actually understands what you need. Let me get you some water. You must be thirsty. Here, let me help you sit up a little. Just a little. There we go. Easy. That's it. I'm going to put my hand behind your head, support your neck while you drink. See how good I am at taking care of you? See how I know exactly what you need before you even ask? That's because I've been studying you, learning you, memorizing every little thing. Small sips now, not too fast. Good. That's good. Your lips were so dry earlier, I put some balm on them while you were sleeping. I hope you don't mind. I couldn't stand seeing you uncomfortable. Even the smallest discomfort bothers me when it comes to you. Let me lay you back down, nice and slow. There. You look so peaceful in my bed, like you belong here. Like this was always meant to be your place. I've imagined this so many times. What it would be like to have you here, in my space, under my care. And it's even better than I dreamed. You're probably wondering what I've told people, if anyone's looking for you. Don't worry, I've thought of everything. I called your workplace this morning, told them I was calling from the hospital, that you'd had a medical emergency and would need to be out for at least 2 weeks. They weren't happy about it. They never are. But they can't exactly argue with a medical professional. I also texted your landlord from your phone, told them you'd be away for a while, that everything was fine, not to worry. I know your passcode. You typed it in front of me at the hospital when you were showing me a photo. You probably don't remember, but I do. I remember everything about you. As for people looking for you, I don't think anyone will. Not really. You said yourself you don't have close family nearby, and your friends are all too busy with their own lives. Who's going to notice you're gone? Who's going to care enough to check? No one. No one except me. I'm the only one who sees you, really sees you. The only one who understands how special you are, how much you need to be protected, cared for, kept safe from all the things that hurt you. I need to explain something to you, something important. The way I feel about you, it's not just professional concern. It's not just a nurse caring for a patient. It's more than that. So much more. I'm in love with you. Completely, utterly, hopelessly in love. I think I have been since that first night, when you held my hand during your panic attack. When you looked at me like I was the only solid thing in a world that was spinning out of control. No one's ever looked at me like that before. Like I mattered. Like I was important. Like I was needed. And I've been chasing that feeling ever since, trying to recreate it, trying to be that person for you again, the person you need, the person you depend on, the person you can't live without. Because I can't live without you. Not anymore. You've become everything, the center of my entire world. My first thought in the morning, my last thought at night. The reason I go to work, the reason I come home. Everything I do for you. This apartment, I chose it because it's quiet, safe, far enough from the hospital that no one would think to look here. This bedroom, I redecorated it just for you. New sheets, softer pillows, blackout curtains so you could sleep as long as you needed. I even bought a mini fridge and stocked it with healthy foods. Everything you need to recover. Everything you need to thrive. I've thought of every detail, planned for every possibility, because that's what you do when you love someone. You prepare, you protect, you make sure nothing bad can ever touch them. I know this is a lot to process. I know you're probably feeling overwhelmed, confused, maybe even frightened, and that's okay. Those are normal reactions. But I need you to understand something. I would never hurt you. Never. Everything I've done, everything I'm doing, it's all to help you, to heal you, to give you the life you deserve. A life without stress, without exhaustion, without people who take and never give back. Here, with me, you don't have to be anything except yourself. You don't have to perform or push through or pretend you're okay when you're falling apart. You can just be. And I'll take care of everything else. I'll take care of you the way no one else ever has, the way no one else ever could, because they don't love you the way I do. They don't see you the way I do. They don't need you the way I do. And you need me too, even if you don't realize it yet. You need someone to make you stop, to make you rest, to make you choose yourself for once. And I'm strong enough to do that, even when you're not. Let me check your pupils. I need to make sure the sedative has fully worn off. Look at me. Right at me. Yes, just like that. Your eyes are so beautiful. Did you know that? I could look into them forever. Pupils equal and reactive. Perfect. Everything about you is perfect. Even when you were sick, exhausted, barely able to stand, you were still the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And now you're here, in my bed, looking up at me with those eyes. It's like a dream, except it's real. Finally real. I should let you rest more. You need to sleep at least another 6 hours. Your body is still recovering. But first, let me tell you how things are going to work here, so you understand, so there's no confusion. Every morning, I'll check your vitals, temperature, pulse, blood pressure, just like in the hospital, except better, because it's just the two of us. No interruptions, no other patients demanding my attention. I'll prepare your meals, healthy, balanced, everything your body needs to heal, and you'll eat them. All of them. No skipping, no, I'm not hungry, because I'll be watching. 3 times a day, I'll do a full assessment, check for any signs of complications, any changes in your condition. You'll take your medications on schedule. I've already refilled your prescriptions, called them in under my credentials. Everything is ready. You'll sleep at least 8 hours every night, more if your body needs it. And I'll be right here, watching, making sure you're safe. During the day, you can read, watch movies, listen to music, whatever helps you relax. I've set up everything you might need, but no work, no computer, no phone except for emergencies, and I get to decide what counts as an emergency. I know that sounds strict, controlling, but it's for your own good. You've proven you can't be trusted to take care of yourself, so I'll do it for you. Until you learn, until you understand that your health, your life, is more important than any job, any obligation, any guilt about letting people down. The doors are locked, all of them, and I have the only keys. The windows are locked too, and we're on the 4th floor, so even if you somehow manage to open one, well, I don't think you'd risk it. Not in your condition. There's no phone line. I had it disconnected. And the Wi-Fi is password protected, a password only I know. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just being honest, transparent about the situation. You're here with me, and you're going to stay here until I decide you're ready to leave. And that decision will be based entirely on medical criteria: your physical health, your mental state, your ability to care for yourself properly. It might be a week, it might be a month, it might be longer. However long it takes, I have plenty of sick leave saved up. I have been saving it for years, never taking time off, always working extra shifts, almost like I was preparing for this, preparing for you. So time isn't an issue. We have all the time in the world, just you and me, the way it should be. I can see you're getting tired again. Your eyelids are getting heavy. That's good. That's what I want, for you to rest, to let your body heal. Don't fight it. Just let yourself drift. I'll be right here, watching over you, keeping you safe. I'm going to give you another small dose of sedative, just to help you sleep more deeply, more restfully. I know you might not want it. You might want to stay awake, to try to figure out how to escape, how to get help. But I can't let you do that. Not yet. Not until you understand that this is help, that I am helping you. This might pinch a little. There, all done. You're being so good for me, so trusting, even though you're scared, even though you don't understand yet. You're letting me take care of you. That's all I've ever wanted, for you to let me in, to let me help. And now I can. Now nothing can stop me. Close your eyes. Let the medication work. Feel yourself getting heavier, softer, more relaxed. I'm going to stay right here in this chair next to the bed. So if you wake up, the first thing you'll see is me. Always me. I'll be here every time you open your eyes. Every time you need something. Every time you're scared or confused or hurting. I'll be your constant, your anchor, your everything. Just like you are for me. I love you. I love you so much, it scares me sometimes. The intensity of it, the depth of it. I've never felt anything like this before. This desperate need to possess, to protect, to keep. You've made me into someone I didn't know I could be. Someone brave enough to take what she wants, strong enough to keep it, devoted enough to do whatever it takes. Sleep now. Dream of me. Dream of us. Dream of the life we're going to have together. Because this is just the beginning of forever. Your breathing is slowing, deepening. That's it. That's perfect. I'm going to pull this blanket up higher. Make sure you're warm. There. So cozy. So peaceful. You look like an angel when you sleep. Did you know that? My angel. My patient. My everything. I could watch you like this for hours. And I will. I have been. Memorizing the way your chest rises and falls, the little movements behind your eyelids when you're dreaming, the way your lips part slightly when you're deeply asleep. Every detail, stored away, treasured. I never want to forget a single moment of this, of having you here, having you mine. You know what the best part is? No one knows where you are. No one can interrupt us, intrude on this, take you away from me. We're completely isolated, completely alone, completely together. It's everything I've ever wanted. And you're going to see, eventually, that it's everything you've ever needed too. You just didn't know it yet. You didn't know that what you were missing, what you were searching for in all that work, all that busyness, all that running yourself into the ground, was someone to make you stop, someone to choose you, to prioritize you, to refuse to let you destroy yourself. I'm that someone. I'm your someone, and I'm never letting you go. Sleep deeply now. Heal. Rest. Let me take care of everything. Let me be what you need. Tomorrow when you wake, we'll talk more. I'll explain everything in more detail, answer your questions, help you understand. And maybe you'll start to see that this isn't a prison, it's a sanctuary. That I'm not your captor, I'm your savior. That everything I've done out of love. The purest, truest, most devoted love. And someday, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but someday, you'll love me back. You'll thank me for saving you. You'll realize that the best thing that ever happened to you was the day I decided you were mine. Dream sweetly, my darling patient, my forever patient, my love. I'll see you when you wake, and I'll be right here, just like always, watching over you, protecting you, loving you, for as long as we both shall live. Good night, my love. Sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow and every tomorrow after that, because you're mine now, all mine, forever.